welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing very well. Oh, my salt lamp isn't on. Oh, sorry, hold on. This is very important. Hold on. There we go, perfect. Doesn't it make all the difference? I think it actually looks worse. I don't know, we'll keep it on. Okay, hi, welcome to today's video. Yes, today, not even just like clickbait, not even just another drama channel, including myself, just putting it in the title, Shane Dawson is back. Shane Dawson actually is back. In a very shocking, unpredictable move, he just kind of uploaded a video like that, and I have it right here to kind of show you what the thumbnail and title is, but basically, ironically enough, the title is called The Haunting of Shane Dawson, ironic, and this is the thumbnail. Now, if I've ever seen a jump scare, enough said. Muckers, I have a treat for you. Okay, if you go to adamandeve.com and use code ADAM50, you get 50% off one item and free shipping in the US and Canada, and you get shipping all around the world. So anyone is involved in this, you know I got you. That is an incredible deal. adamandeve.com, Adam50, the code I got for you. The website has all of your favorite adult toys and everything to your heart's desire. It is the weekend, go treat yourself. We are, you know, indoors now. It is the best time of year. It is Halloween, it is Christmas. Go treat yourself, get yourself a Christmas present, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, get yourself a present. So adamandeve.com, code Adam50, 90-day no hassle return, 24 customer service, and very discreet. No one will know what your package is. I don't know what use of that word is. Anyway, the code is there. Thank you so much, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring this video. And I know that so many of you have been using this code and really like it. And again, please go use this code. It really helps out. And it's nice whenever we have a sponsor on this channel. And that helps them keep coming back. So again, on with the video. adamandeve.com, Adam50, 50% off one item and free shipping. Mwah! Okay, so the video, right, is 40 minutes long. Now, whenever I saw this video pop up, again, it kind of just happened all out of nowhere. A 40-minute long video, like, you're thinking that this must have some substance in it. And now, okay, here's the thing. People immediately were like, commenting and basically saying that, you know, it's a 40-minute long video, like, Shane is gonna get into it, gonna get to the truth, gonna get to the whatever, and this is gonna be so great, and like, what is he talking about, and right? And then there was a whole different side of people that were saying how disappointing it is to see Shane back, how disappointing their efforts in, you know, finding his old content have been, whatever. Here's where I'm at with it. If you want to know the fucking truth, it's not disappointing to me that Shane Dawson is back. It's disappointing to me that after 2 years, that is the best video that Shane Dawson can come up with. I do not mean that in a shady way, I do not mean that in a mean way, I do not mean that in any other way other than pure criticism. This video is very long and is basically a one fucking frame walking around with Shane, with a new cameraman who worked with Shane whenever he did a movie a long time ago, you know, the one that he got cancelled for, ironically, called Chris. And not only is Shane acting so bizarrely in this video, which is to be expected because it's his first video back, I'll be easy on that, it's all over the place, and it's basically Shane just talking about how thankful he is that he got cancelled, and how grateful he is that he got cancelled. And it gets spun in such a, like, a weird way sometimes, where it's like he found out who his real friends were, you know what I mean? And he was able to realize that the internet doesn't matter, and different things like this, right? But alongside that, the new cameraman is so trying to copy the characteristics of Andrew, which wouldn't necessarily be a problem because, you know, it's just a cameraman. However, Andrew became such an entity of Shane Dawson videos with, like, the laugh and the integration into the videos, and this new cameraman is doing the exact same things and the exact same, like, cues that Andrew did, and Shane and him are having the same sort of thing. And so whenever you're being reintroduced to that with a different voice and different camera filming technique, it's a bit awkward, and a lot of people are picking up on that. However, Shane is back, and I've watched this video twice because it was really hard to follow what the actual narrative of this was. It is being presented to us as a 3-part little series about, you know, him going and seeing haunted things, and a Halloween special, which is something we predicted on this channel he was going to come back and do. But this entire first episode goes in and out and in and out of Shane like lightly touching upon, making fun of, being cancelled, being held accountable. At the start of the video, I have a couple timestamps here, and at the start of the video, he kind of makes fun of the fact that people weren't so easy forgiving him, and you know, he's learned nothing. Then in the middle of the video, he talks about how he had to stay offline and how much that taught him, but he's also not running from his past. And the video was obviously being shown to us in a way of like a horror video. I mean, Shane's in it, it obviously is. But it was like a Halloween special, and then this entire full thing is just him walking around aimlessly his house, talking about the cancellation, but every time he talks about it, he says, oh, I don't want to get too much into it. And then he like just talks about it like each time, so he never like fully goes into it. But it's enough that he can let his fans be able to defend him by saying he's talking about it. Now, when Shane was to come back, I'm gonna be honest, I expected something great. And the reason for that is because not only has he had 2 years off, but this is a really big comeback and a lot of eyes on him, which is apparent because this video has a lot of views right now. It has 1.9 million and it is #2 on trending. So for his comeback video to be something so lackluster, and there's actually proof in that because Shane has recently been saying that he, you know, doesn't really have that much inspiration and he's waiting for inspiration to hit to make a video. And in this video he addresses that it hasn't hit but he just wanted to film. And that is very apparent. It is just like a normal, like, second channel vlog. But hey, this is the new content that he's going with. I'm gonna go through some of the timestamps and we are gonna go through. Oh, there is a tweet I wanted to read out first. Someone tweeted, Sarah said, Shane comes back, addresses the cancellation by playing the victim, trying to make people feel sorry for him, not recognizing the harm that his past actions and behavior must have had by normalizing things to his impressionable audience, then hoist her and haunted BS. Fantastic. Oh, and let's not also forget that he tried to put a positive spin on people holding him accountable because he finally found out who his true friends were. So let's go to some of these timestamps that I have. Again, this video is The Haunting of Shane Dawson. It is on the Shane channel. You can go watch it. I am looking at clips for commentary purposes. So I have a couple here. So the first one is whenever he's talking about this board that says about we all make mistakes and stuff, right? So let's get to this one, and then we're gonna get to whenever he talks about the council.
So cheesy, but it's cute, right? In this house, we laugh a lot, we count our blessings, see, I can't even get through it, but it's really cute.
I still don't like it.
We say, I'm sorry. Yes, we do. Don't worry, I'll get to that.
Oh gosh.
We make mistakes. Yes, we do. I'll get to that. We forgive quickly. How about you get to that?
All right, so
if you hate me,
that is okay.
Honestly, I feel better that way because it's like lowering the bar. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so then we have the next timestamp that I have right here, which is 7. Yep, I have came with my notes this time. Okay, here we go.
Oh, it's pretty.
I mean,
not the spiraling shirt.
Just crawling on my ceiling. It's nothing. They move too. They follow me. So obviously, I don't know how to talk about this.
Sorry, I really do have to focus on the spiraling shirt that he was trying to sell to his fans during his cancellation period. I love that this is making a feature here. The mental health exploitation merch.
I have had such a intense last year and a half, and I'm doing really good. And I'm really happy and just excited about life. So, but I do feel like I have to talk about some stuff. It's weird. I don't know. It's like I definitely feel ashamed and embarrassed and
putting it lightly,
mortified over a lot of the stuff that started in old clips and stuff that started coming out when I got canceled, and then all of that. Awful. Then it snowballed, and I don't want to like. It's weird because if I talk about it how I really feel, people are gonna say, "Oh, you're trying to get sympathy or whatever." So I like don't want to talk about it. I feel like.
But don't worry, he does many times in this video. But always says that. You know, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It's like, all right, get your balls and sit down and talk about it.
People are just gonna hate me no matter what. I kind of just have to accept it. And then there's gonna be people who appreciate what I do, and then there's gonna be people who are gonna say I died, and then people are gonna believe it.
Okay, and then that was about, remember last year whenever there was the conspiracy theory that Shane had died? I mean, we never fully got into it on this channel because I said that people literally are dumb enough to do that on every YouTuber on Twitter. There was one about Gabby Hanna, there was one about James Shaw, like literally Jeffree Star. Like people just do like RIP this person and just like make up rumors that they've died, which is really stupid. And they did it with Shane a lot last year. So anyway, here we go, and here is the next one.
Sorry, it's hard. I can't.
Okay. So at this part, he's talking about, remember last year whenever they had the kitten that died, and the kitten died because of their lack of control with their dog. They weren't looking after it properly. I mean, if we're, oh, there's an airplane. It's Shane coming down. So remember last year they had gotten the kitten and they have the big dogs, and they left the big dogs with the cat, and then we all know what happened. He's laughing about it here, the event happening, and he says that him and his therapist were laughing about it together because the series of events that happened were just so shocking and like one after the next. So that's a very interesting way of looking at that event happening in your life, but okay.
You almost took a cat from Mexico too.
I did almost get a cat in Mexico. I've had a year. Sorry, it's hard. I can't not laugh. You know what I mean? Like at this point, like even so, I tried to explain when I was getting canceled, like at the heat of it, because I had been in therapy for a while before that. So my therapist went through my cancellation with me, and there was one point where I like told a story about something that was happening, and like I started laughing and she started laughing, and I was like, it's probably not good that me and my therapist are cackling about the worst moments of my life. But also like I love her, so.
Okay, so there's that one. I have 2 more timestamps for you. We have 13, and this is whenever they are talking about, not them putting our baby Emma on the screen, not this, leave Emma alone. So they're talking about Ryland having to change up his lifestyle. So Ryland basically going from home to LA to moving back to home because, you know, Shane wanted to, and how Ryland feels about this. So here we go.
I'm just kidding, no, great.
Beautiful dog. Beautiful eyes.
You like it?
Yeah. I feel like further from success than ever watching everyone at the Met Gala, but I also like am happy with our new life. Like my priorities now are like making sure the zones of our sprinklers are working so that the grass doesn't die.
No, see, this is the thing. I grew up in California. Like, I grew up in LA. I love LA. Like, I'm not one of those people that's gonna hate on it and be like, this is so
Not Ryland becoming like a sugar baby and then being forced back to the farm.
shitty. I love California. It's where I grew up. I mean, my childhood was awful, but but I mean, Taco Bell on every corner, baby. I did love it, but I don't know. I love being here. Like, I'm so inspired. I'm so excited here. I just feel happier here. I feel like everybody's a little thicker here. Like, it's just a nice energy. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I didn't move back to his hometown. I like took a step back. I mean, but I'm so happy here. I do love it here. Like, I'm shitting on it.
That's interesting to hear Ryland say that whenever he's basically like, yeah, this is the first time that I'm actually hearing the truth or the opinion of Ryland coming through in this, because we've seen Shane and Ryland's vlogs recently, but there you have Ryland saying that it feels like Shane is making a step forward in his life, but Ryland feels like he's taking a step backwards because he's now moved back with his family and into his hometown, whenever he had moved from that to the glitz and glamour of LA. So I guess we're getting a little bit of rockiness in there, but I mean, that's to be expected. You can't blame Ryland for being moved from his hometown to such a lights and action place, right? Especially when Ryland was like an interviewer and trying to be an actor and trying to all that kind of stuff, and then being moved back home. Like, I can't imagine being moved back to Derry now, you know, in Ireland. Like, that's like where it's at, and my equivalent of being moved to like the UK is not anything to that. Like, you can relate it to your own life. Like, I sympathize with Ryland there, and it's like, well, baby, you've been moved back to the farm. Alright, so in this part, this is the final part of the video where Shane sits down and talks about the cancellation, and because he kind of babbles on a lot and kind of is very uncomfortable obviously talking about it, it is a long clip, so I am putting it on, I'll put it on 1.5 speed because I tried taking notes on this, but he really just says a lot of nothing. Like, it's very much so Trisha Paytas. And I mean, it was very clear that he was going to dance around it. But this is what he's saying whenever he's addressing the past year and how much it actually benefited him. Interesting.
Should we talk about as we the candle about this? Is it too much?
I lit the candle. Like, you come after me.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I'm very, very, very disconnected from the person that I was in my...
Perfect! Fantastic way to start it. I'm not that person. He goes on to say that he needs to stop running from that. How many times has this man got called out for saying, stop saying you're not that person because you were?
I really don't.
Like, that's you.
When I see that person, it makes me feel
That
really
person.
sad and sick to my stomach. But some things I've learned over the last year and a half is I can't just pretend like that person didn't exist. So
Oh my god, that person is you! That person is Shane Dawson. For fuck's sake.
with that, and also, and I don't want to get too much into this, but because I feel like I made a lot of growth before I got canceled. The last 5 or 6 years, in and out of therapy, dealing with stuff, I feel like I grew as a person. I feel like I learned a lot. I would never say or do any of those jokes, any of those things ever that I did back then. So it was a weird thing where like I felt like I got to a place where I was proud of what I was making on YouTube, proud of my person.
It's interesting because a big part of the Shane cancellation was being triggered by his involvement in the Bi Sister thing. So while he focuses here on all of the old stuff, there was a lot of new stuff that was being circulated. Remember the YouTubers speaking up about being there whenever Shane was like on the phone very angry to Jeffrey about James and all like that, and it's like, regardless of your opinion about James Charles, like the involvement in the Bi Sister was definitely proved by Taddy Westbrook, and a lot of what happened last year or the year before was being triggered because of that, not just all the old stuff. And also, people were relating all the old content to the new, like, it wasn't an old video that Shane Dawson, like, rented a fucking toddler for the day. No, it was a couple of years back. Whenever he used Eugenia Cooney, whenever she wasn't fully recovered yet, he made a documentary, the revival and her coming back and her comeback, whatever like that, when she wasn't ready for it, and he exploited her for that. That was recent. Like...
proud of who I was becoming. Like I felt like I was,
Alright.
I was excited about the next chapter, and then it felt like everything went spiraled down, and then I got canceled, and then it felt like the end of the world, and I, you know, everything felt like the worst thing ever for like months. Like it lasted months. You know, I think part of me was upset because I was like, I made so much growth, and now I'm being canceled over things from the past, and that's not me anymore. But that forced me to really.
That's not me anymore. Who is it then? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it, baby? Who is it?
Really face everything head on and realize that that wasn't me, and that is me. But I can learn from it, and like. It also made me realize that I can't focus on what other people think of me. I can't control the way that people feel about me. I can't control how people react.
Okay, you can't control how people feel about you. You can't control any of that, but you can control what you're putting out into the internet and the damage that that has.
I can't control their scared for their own career, for their own thing. And you know, I was very like, it was really hard. But
there he is talking about his friends dropping him because of the cancellation.
I got canceled. Because it really changed my life. It showed me what I care about. It showed me what matters. It showed me I don't need to be on YouTube all the time. I don't need to be stressed about what's next. I don't need to be trying to think of the next idea, the next whatever.
So there we go, Shane Dawson fans. Y'all were coming for us for cancelling Shane. He's saying right here that Baby is grateful. Baby is grateful that we did that. He's grateful. So where's your argument?
Happy. Like I'm happy sitting in this weird dark living room with him, you know, watching candle reviews. Like that makes me happy. And I want to make movies, and I want to be creative again. But those aren't at the top of my priority list, if that makes sense. And I can't just ignore also the positive things that I should be proud of. Like, for example, I met you, this is Chris by the way.
Hello.
I met you in 2009 on a short film that I've probably deleted. But you know, like, and we did that, and it was so much fun.
I had an amazing time shoot.
Why was it deleted then? Like, why was it deleted? Let's not run past things. All right. So they're sitting down talking about all of the old stuff, right? And the new life.
You're like, I love life again. I love leaving the house. Like every day I'm telling him, let's go somewhere, let's do something. I think you're getting annoyed with it. Because I've been leaving the house more, I've been running into more people. I don't know, I just met a lot of really great people who said a lot of really nice things. And also, it got sad because more recently I would be running into people and they would say like, oh, I'm so sad you quit, you know, but like I hope you're happy and all these things. And I'm like, I don't quit. Like that's not what I do. My plan was never to quit. I mean, it was when I tried that, no. But even during the whole cancellation thing, like, yes, a few months after that, when I was like getting into more of a positive mental place, like, yeah, I'm not somebody who just quits or throws in the towel. So it's like, I don't want to be looked at as somebody who gave up and left and ran away from the internet because they were afraid of whatever. And it's like, no, I left because I felt like I should, and I left because I needed time, and I left because I wanted to figure out what the hell I was doing in my life and what I wanted to do, and why I got to a place where I didn't want to be alive anymore, and how I got out of that. And I'm not going to go too much into that because it's like, I don't want to do that. But
Okay, so he's not going to go too much into that. Alright, so this video then ends off with them driving to this haunted place, and this is going to be a 3-parter. Now, Shane being back now, the only thing that we can hope is that the last year, 2 years, has taught him to be more careful with his platform, what content he makes, and what content is actively on his profile. Because it only took the cancellation for him to delete so many of the problematic, offensive, and downright disgusting content. We're all aware of that too. So I hope there can be a surge of going through what content is on his platforms, what content he's going to make in the future, and it's just like being more mindful and more careful of that. You know what I mean? And again, at the end of the day, I want to reiterate that first point that I made. It's not disappointing, in my opinion, that Shane's back, because we knew it was going to be. You can have your opinions, but we knew he was going to be back. YouTube didn't care. Shane didn't care. It's not disappointing to me that he's back. It's disappointing that that's the video that he made. 2 years, that. He wasn't lying when he said there was no inspiration. Alright, I want to know what your opinion is. We can talk about it below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're well. And yeah, stay safe, drink some water, and hide your cats. Bye.